talk a little bit more about how Suntrust is using technology to enhance their customer experience, please join me in welcoming Suntrust CMO, Susan Johnson, to the stage. Susan, welcome to Adobe Summit.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
So we saw some really exciting stuff that you and your team is doing at Suntrust in terms of transforming the customer journey. But before we go there, I thought we'll probably start a little bit about you, because there may not be some interesting stuff that this audience knows about you. Obviously, you're a CMO at one of the largest banks today, but you started actually as an engineer.
I started as an engineer.
That's a pretty interesting kind of journey from an engineer to a CMO at one of the largest banks.
Yeah.
So maybe tell a little bit about your journey.
I did a complete 180-degree turn. I got to say, first of all, thank you for inviting me. Adobe's just an incredible brand, right? And one of the top 10 growing brands in the world. So it's such a pleasure to be here today. I did this 180-degree turn in my career from engineering to marketing. And when I think about what it took for me, it took me learning how to say yes in the face of uncertainty. And I love certainty. I don't know about you. I love certainty. Love it. But it doesn't really exist, right? So I learned to take a leap of faith. I started my career at Apple as an engineer, and when I left Apple as marketer, somebody literally tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Would you consider a role in marketing?" Sometimes people see things in you don't see in yourself. So I was way out of my comfort zone. I said yes, and you can imagine, since I'm here, I fell in love with marketing. And I spent the next several years launching marketing campaigns around the world for tech companies, until I met Bill Rogers, the CEO of Suntrust Banks, who was on a mission to lead with purpose. So I'd always worked for tech companies, but this CEO intrigued me, and they had a lot of information, a lot of data from tens of thousands of people about their path to financial confidence. So I wanted to help. I wanted to build a marketing organization to use advanced technology and reach people with creativity. So I said yes.
That's great. As I was listening to your journey from engineering to marketing, for a brief moment I had an idea, maybe I should consider that switch. Then I realized we have one of the world's best CMOs at this company, so I have no hope of ever making that career switch. So I'm going to stick to my lane.
Anne is unbelievable.
But on a more serious note, actually going from this journey from engineering to CMO, how does that actually change your perspective as a CMO?
Yeah, I think I'm hypersensitive to this intersection between marketing and technology. When I left engineering, it was really daunting. My world was a world of numbers and science. That's where I was comfortable, and I moved to this amorphous world of marketing, right? This world of possibility, the world that I think that most of you are very, very familiar with and very comfortable in, but lacks certainty. And so now I think we have the best of both worlds. Marketing and technology are like this. To me, it's the best of both worlds. It adds back just a little bit of certainty for marketers. We can measure results. We can target segments. We can predict behavior. So that's my comfort zone, and I try to encourage marketers to embrace that.
That's great. And obviously, as all of this is going on, there is a broader backdrop, as we have been talking all morning, of industry after industry is getting disrupted. And obviously, financial services is going through its own transformation at a macro level and obviously kind of within your business. So from your perspective, how do you keep up with the landscape of constantly changing needs and asks from consumers and your users?
Constantly changing. Financial services being disrupted as well. If I were to ask you, what's more important to you? The interest rate that you're getting on your savings account, or how fast your mobile app, your banking app responds to you? Which is more important to you? We're seeing more and more people making deposits online, digital purchases online, so people are buying financial services online, 30% digital sales for us. So we realized we had to invent a new marketing playbook for us. And for us, that marketing playbook had three components: purpose, technology, and believe it or not, courage. So purpose is what grounds us. Our purpose is lighting the way to financial well-being. And so for our digital transformation, it was grounded in trying to help remove the friction from financial services and help nudge people towards better financial behaviors. So then there's technology. For us, that's how fast can I get my money and how can I plan for the future? So our digital transformation, I'd say, took a bit of a circuitous route. We started, we had like point solutions, one-off solutions, pretty siloed, I'd say. And it's evolved to where we are today, which is a broad digital strategy and a roadmap. And we have good integration points across the bank, across the product line, so that we can be more client-centric instead of product-centric.
That's great. And as you think about that kind of broader transformation, your imperatives, what your users are demanding, what is the role of technology? I mean, obviously, technology is not the only component, but what is the role of technology as you think about that broader transformation journey at Suntrust?
The role of technology, yeah, it's a big component. Let me just say a little bit more about our purpose, and I can say how technology is helping us. So we're committed to helping build financial confidence, and we define that as control and confidence over your money. And that doesn't necessarily mean you have enough money, because most people will say they never have enough money. But it means you know what's coming in, you know what's going out, you have control, and it's the point where you stop worrying, and our research shows you can measure that point. So that's what we're committed to doing. So we had to find a way to help people do that with technology. The recent government shutdown, I think, emphasized how bad this is. You probably saw 78% of Americans saying that they live paycheck to paycheck. It's almost 4 out of 5 people that you meet. So that was our jumping off point. That was our launching point. And we started a movement called On Up, Onward and Upward Towards Financial Confidence. And we set a goal. We said, let's try to help 5 million people in 5 years. So that was the launch of our movement. And when we started saying, well, how can technology help us connect with these people? First, we started looking for partners. And so we wanted best-in-class technology. And we found this company that had amazing solutions, this company that we were talking to for a little while, best in class, and the name of that company was Adobe. So Adobe has turned out to be a really good partner for us. The Experience Cloud has helped us in a lot of ways. Now with AI, we can dynamically target new segments, people who need our services, dynamically target them and then serve messages anywhere on BuzzFeed or Pandora or USA Today, where they are. I'll mention a couple other ways that we use technology to help our purpose. Home ownership is really important for financial confidence. So we just launched a new app, our Smart Guide, which reduces the app time, similar to the demo, reduces the app time in half, 50%. We're always looking for startups, fintechs, like Greenlight. We partner with Greenlight. They have a debit card for kids with parental controls, so parents can help their kids learn early how to manage money. And one more I'll mention, we're now developing apps for wearables, think watches.
Yeah.
And to try to help people manage their money, think what Fitbit or Apple has done for physical fitness, we want to help do with financial fitness. And all of that has served us well. Just looking towards the impact, the results, we're really happy to say that over 4.4 million people are now participating in On Up in the movement. Also, business results, revenue is up, deposits are up, loans are up during that time. So we think that it's all intertwined.
That's great. So as we close out, as we were talking backstage, one of the things Susan was really excited, and she said, "Hey, these are all 17,000 of my peeps. These are all the people I really connect with." And so, kind of as you are with kind of the like-minded practitioners and CMOs, and obviously hundreds of thousands more online, as you look at the role of marketing and how it's going to change, what's next 10 years look like from your perspective? Where is it going?
You saved the toughest question for the last. Yeah, I said yesterday, these are my peeps. I'm thrilled to be talking to so many marketers. Really happy to talk to you today. Look, marketing has become a growth driver, and it will continue to be that for a long time. So this relationship between the CMO organization, the CIO organization, the CTO organization is going to be more and more important. It's only going to accelerate. And the reason is, as you all know, we have an immense amount of data coming from digital experiences. But it can be tough for marketers, right? It can be tough for us to determine what are the real insights, what's actionable. And I know we have a lot of levers we can pull. We can change a lot of things. But we're not always sure what lever does what. So this relationship is going to become, I think, really, really important. And before we leave, I had an experience recently, and I don't know if we still have time because I know we're
Go ahead.
tight
No,
clock.
of course. No, go for it.
I just want to share an experience I had. Last month, I went surfing off the Pacific Coast. I don't know if we have any surfers in the audience. Anybody surf? So
A few.
Quite a few. So I'm not. It was my first time. It was really hard, and the power of the ocean really gripped me. And I wanted to share that with you today because it was just, I mean, 1 minute I would be out there and you're trying to time everything, and the ocean would just take me and crush me, literally, to the point where you think you're not going to get back up. But then the next minute, like you're timing it, you're balancing, and the next minute you're literally soaring, you're surfing. And that power of the ocean, to me, it was such a great metaphor, the power of technology and how I see marketers putting everything in balance to ride it. And so I just wanted to share that with you today. For us at Suntrust, that balance was purpose, and it was technology, and it was a heck of a lot of courage to shake things up a bit.
That's great. Thanks for your partnership. It's been a great journey, and thanks for being here. Thanks, Susan.
Thank you.
Take care.